Sammy would
Okay.
probably tell you just to not worry about it for now. But once you get to that 2, 3 account point, it's really important for your time to start looking for a VA. People do agencies, which is, I guess sort of what I'm kind of in. It's super hands off for you, but you have a lot less control over the accounts. And basically someone else is like doing everything and you're not even really involved. You got something that's gonna make you 1 to 1.5 to even 2K a month some months, right? In profit.
Mhm.
Finish that first, get that up and running, and then you can worry about scaling it after. Right.
Jonathan, I have a quick question
What's
about
up,
what you
Jim?
guys were just talking about with the VAs, because I'm still super new to all of this. Where's the best place to source VAs?
Man, that is a great question. So, first of all, how many accounts do you have right now?
I only have one, and
So what Sammy would probably tell you, I'm just gonna tell you what I think Sammy would say, right? Sammy would
okay,
probably tell you just to not worry about it for now, just to worry about your accounts and getting everything up and running correctly. And there'll be a point when you want to look into the VA, but for now you shouldn't worry about it because there's a lot of other stuff you gotta like figure out first before that. So it's
right,
that
right,
idea of like focusing on the most important problem first, and that really helped me personally because otherwise it gets really overwhelming because there's all this stuff, right? But
right.
once you get to that 2, 3 account point, it's really important for your time to start looking for a VA. And what he told me was you just interview people, you just talk to people online, you look for people that are hungry that you believe you can give a chance to try and trust. And the specific ways he gave were like, going on Facebook Marketplace. Philippines is a great place, so like Philippine working worker marketplaces. You can do that, and you can just reach out to people, post something. You'll give them $300 a month, and you'll just have to talk to people. So it's a bit of a hassle, but you're really trying to establish relationships, and he's talking about like a personal relationship to someone you really like and you trust, and you're gonna have
Right.
to give them a chance like that. And the downside is, like Farouk, who was supposed to be here, right? He had VAs that slashed him, and these are people that he gave a chance and they stole from him. So it can be a tough process, but
Right.
that's the way he wants me to do it because then I'm gonna have the control, and the people that I eventually keep, they're really gonna trust me. Other information, man, like people are gonna reach out to you with other options. People do agencies, which is, I guess sort of what I'm kind of in. I don't really think so, but that's where like it's super hands off for you, but you have a lot less control over the accounts. And basically, someone else is like doing everything and you're not even really involved. And the issue with that is maybe it puts a cap on you don't have as much control. So those are sort of some of the options and things that'll be available to you when you get there. But
Okay.
bottom line, I'd
Understood.
say like you get to like that 2, 3 account point and you'll know when it's time because it'll start getting more time consuming.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I
because I
hope
work a
I hope that
full-time
helps.
job, and
Yeah.
I'm taking everything slow. Like this upcoming week, I want to get an LLC, another LLC, and
Yeah,
then
100%.
possibly get another computer. Like I'm not trying to do everything at once because I
I
realize,
I I like that mindset. That's actually exactly how I did it. A lot of people like they like to buy like 6 computers. I just bought one a few months after starting. I didn't even touch it for like another month just to have it there, and you slowly just kind of get the ball rolling. And
right, right. And the
I like
biggest
that
thing is I
mentality.
want to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly.
Exactly, man. So you get up to that. How many listings are you at?
I'm at about 3,600.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you've been here, you said not for
Yeah.
not that long, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just keep listing, you work on all the optimizations, you get up to that 1 to 1.5K a month profit range for I'd say to like, because just to stay there for a few months. And then once you've gotten comfortable with like getting to 10K and then being at 10K and managing all the little stuff after that, that's when you're ready to start scaling and VAs will come in naturally at that point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're on a great path. You have a good mindset. And yeah, just don't, I wouldn't worry too much about the VAs. And I'm not trying to like say like you're not, of course you're capable of doing all this stuff. It's just like it's going to be overwhelming because we got all this other stuff going on. So
Right. Right.
that's some
Yeah. I
advice I
even,
would give.
you guys were talking about a little
Yeah,
bit about the LLCs earlier.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
kind of circle back to that.
Yeah, tell
Sam
me.
was saying something about like the S corp, how it has to
Yeah,
be an S corp now. What's up with that?
yeah, so with an LLC, it all works. You can make accounts with that, but like if you use like your mom's ID,
Okay.
unfortunately, the LLC is like it's a pass-through entity. So your mom is going to get taxed instead of you. So like if you use a friend's ID to like make like 5 accounts, let's say, so they're unlinked with an S corp with an LLC, they're going to have to deal with all the taxes. So
Even if it's attached to an LLC.
exactly, and that's something that has happened recently, and it kind of sucks, but that's just one of the things that's happening. So the alternative now is to use an S corp, and to register as a multi-member on eBay, and that's going to give you the ability to not have the taxes go to like your friend if their ID is on the account. And what I'm saying is like if you use like your mom and dad, it's not that big of a deal, but like after your mom and dad, you got like 15 accounts. You know, now you need another ID for another 5 accounts, let's say, to make them unlinked. Now you got to go to
Right.
relatives and friends, and you don't want them to deal with all that burden because then maybe they don't want to work with.
Right, right. Yeah, that definitely complicates things a little more.
To start, I would do one LLC just with you, and you can make I like my first 5 6 accounts is first one is just sole prop. Next five is an LLC with me. Like I'm the ID, and I'm fine with that just for the first five. But the next
Okay.
entity I make will be an S corp because I'm gonna start getting other people involved to scale.
I have an LLC. My one account is under my LLC, which is me. So you're saying I can make up to 6 accounts under that LLC?
So you already got your first one with an LLC. That is awesome. Yeah, I would again just double check with someone super experienced like Sammy before you start scaling because we've already made all the mistakes. But yeah, you just need to get a couple other things like mini PCs, static IPs, and you have the setup to make 5 accounts, and they're all going to be linked eventually. But yeah, you have what you need to make 5 accounts with an LLC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I
and
remember you guys were talking about it earlier in the meeting as well. I'm not sure if you were the one who said it, but and I kind of had the same mindset where my original thought process was to open to to do the 5 different S corps or LLCs because if one gets banned, then they wouldn't be able to use
yeah.
the accounts. But then Sammy said he said, well, he kind of had the reverse thinking where he used everyone close to him last so he wouldn't burn out those IDs first. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like, I mean, what's the right way to do it? I mean,
Man, the truth is there is no, like it's something I've been learning. There is no one right way to do it.
right, right.
I'm probably going to start with the people closest to me and use S corps. Other people don't like the idea of if you know what status changes, they really don't like that, and I fully respect that opinion. So they don't
Yeah.
even open other entities. They just continue to make more under their own ID and do other stuff.
Hmm.
I can give you some people maybe to reach out to if you want. Otherwise, like for now, I would just focus on what you got. And yeah, I mean, for scaling, you have everything you need to get started, but like a lot of the complications will start after your first five. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you got a good handle on things, and I would recommend just reaching out to other experienced guys in the group. And what you're going to find is everyone does it a little bit differently. So I'm just not comfortable giving like a blueprint
Right, right,
per
right.
se. But like you have options, and like if you want to go into that, we can once it's like time and you're like you're ready for it, and you already got like one account ready. But
Right.
until then, I would just focus on optimizing and making sure you stick around, because a lot of people they try to do too much, and then like their other commitments get to them, and it's just a bit too much all at once. So I would
Right.
just
Yeah, no,
recommend.
I'm definitely taking things slow because
Yeah, and I'm not saying you're not. It's just something that, I wish someone told me because I took it a bit too I thought about it a little bit too much at the beginning. So
right. Yeah, and even the past couple weeks I'll go down rabbit holes and it's like
oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
start to, yeah, and your mind starts to scramble, and it's like you hear all different kinds of information, and then
Yeah, what something my dad would say is you don't shoot a gift horse in the mouth, right? You got something that's gonna make you 1 to 1.5 to even 2K a month some months, right? In profit.
uh,
Finish that first, get that up and running, and then you can worry about scaling it after.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.